What's up, fight fans? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I'm your host, Edwin. Where do all fights start? Round one. Please don't forget to hit that like button as you're coming in. If you haven't already, I invite you to join the Round One Sports Talk family. And please share the video and comment. I wanted to make a video on Vasyl Lomachenko announcing his retirement, and I wanted to give him a little bit of light on his career and thank him for a lot of the moments that he brought to us and excitement in boxing, and to really take a look at a special fighter and what made him so special. Let's get right into this video. So Vasyl Lomachenko comes to us with a record of 18 fights, 12 knockouts, 3 losses, and he's never been stopped. Vasyl has 199 boxing round experience. He's 5'7". He's a Ukrainian fighter, and boy, was he an amazing fighter. Vasyl really made himself in the amateur rankings. I believe he's probably one of the best amateur fighter I've ever heard of, with a boasting record of over 300 amateur fights. If we were to break down all Vasyl's amateur accolades, we'd be here forever, right? He's a multiple gold medalist and different Olympic style competition. He's always medaling in the gold. And when it comes to the Olympic Games, he has a gold medal in the 2008 Olympics, and he has a gold medal in the 2012 Olympics, which is going to come into play later in his professional career. When Vasyl turned pro, I believe it was in 2013, right? Quickly, right out of the gate, Vasyl's first match, and this is why I want to really remind the people what kind of fighter Vasyl was, right? His very first fight was a guy with a record. It was Jose Luis Ramirez. He had a record of 25-3. It was a 10-round scheduled fight. His first fight ever. Typically, on average, even the greats, like Floyd Mayweather, he started his career, I believe, in a 4-round fight and multiple 6-round fights. On average, typically, some of these guys come out from the amateurs, they'll jump into like a 6-round fight. And sometimes Neil Inoue started an 8-round fight, not a 10-round fight. He was showing the boxing world right away that he was ready to compete for a world title as fast as possible and to trust in his ability to perform well. Now, a lot of people quickly went to social media and said he has the right complexion for the protection. And I was like, that's not what's going on here, right? Can we all just agree that if you win a gold medal, it'll catapult your boxing career when you turn pro? Fighters like Oscar De La Hoya and countless of gold medalists that have entered boxing got a quick start to their career. What do you think 2 gold medals would do for you? A 10-round fight on day 1, fighting a guy with a way better winning record than a losing record. How many times have we seen guys start their career fighting on their debut with a guy with a losing record? How many times? And it's a pattern, a continuous pattern of him fighting like his first 10 fights, and none of those guys got winning records almost. Meaning winning records, meaning that your wins have to over exceed your losses. If you have like 3 wins and 9 losses, that's not a winning record. I know you have wins on your record, like you have 3 wins. That's not a winning record if you have 9 losses. Your wins must exceed your losses. You understand? And like Vasyl, he got in his second professional fight, they gave him a world title fight. He fought against Orlando there, which later recorded in the fight, Orlando threw 41 low blows in that fight. Vasyl ended up losing that fight. And you know why Vasyl lost that fight? he learned a very, very important, valuable lesson in the pros in boxing. It was a lesson that could not have been taught to him in the amateurs. See, Vasily was well schooled when it came to the art of boxing. His hands and his feet, eye to eye coordination, all flowed in sync at an elite level. Vasily was a very talented athlete, but there was one lesson he couldn't learn, and that was an extensive period of 12 rounds to keeping his mental fortitude together. See, in the amateurs, he weathered a 3-round attack. Whether you want to be aggressive in the first or all 3 rounds, it didn't take a long time for the fight to end. In a professional setting, he went through 12 rounds of this, complaining to the referee, low blow after low blow. It took him out of the fight. You ever hear the expression, make the fight dirty, get down and dirty? Well, that lesson could not have been taught to him in the amateur. He'll never forget it now, will he? Right? So, Vasily went on from there to compete for another world title in only 4 fights. And he was successful in that. I think Vasily is down in history as being the fastest man to become a 3-division world champion in boxing. Now, you can take a look at Vasily's record, and it's only 18-12, and you see young men like Abdullah Mason, he has 18 fights and he still hasn't competed for his first world title. It goes to show you how fast and how early success Vasily had. And if you're thinking that they pushed him up because he had the complexion for the protection, well, that's bullshit. They can still push you up, but they put Vasily in with the elite guys. Jorge Hernandez was the first man to ever knock him down in any boxing match. And he was fighting these guys that were way bigger than him. I think Orlando, on the night of their fight, didn't he miss weight and he was like 20 pounds heavier than Vasily. Vasily should have never been fighting at the 135-pound weight division, if you ask me. Right? I think he was a smaller guy. I think he was a true 126-pounder, 130. Right? So he really pushed the limits of his skills to prove that skills can beat bigger guys. And he can go down and say he was in a fight where all 4 belts were on the line. He fell short on that night against Devin Haney. But, he can look back and said he was in those kind of fights. He did fights the T.O.s of the world. We never got him to fight Tank Davis, but I don't think he needs Tank Davis to solidify his place among the halls and the legends in the sport of boxing. And if you ask me, Vasily's going to the Hall of Fame. So his name will be sketched in immortality. And for those men that tried to end their career on top, Vasyl did just that. He retired the IBF champion. Most of these guys wish they can do that, and they don't retire champion, and they don't retire well. So shouts out to Vasyl Lomachenko. Thank you for giving me all these boxing moments. Thank you for being yourself, the professional that you are. Thank you for all the great nights of boxing. And I wish you the best in your retirement. And thank you. That's all I can say. So thank you. Please give the videos a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Comment on the videos and share these videos, most importantly. And like always, I'm on to the next one after this one here at Round 1 Sports Talk. Peace.